Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Purified vlog. Just want to say thank you very much to all those that have watched the first episode. If you haven't, go visit the YouTube channel. And thanks for sticking around and watching this week's episode. Now, I read this week or I saw this week that Will Smith has hit 1 million YouTube subscribers on his channel and actually got a golden, or I guess a brass YouTube play button. And that is my vlog goal to one day hit 1 million subscribers and get that lovely play button. But for now, let's get into some content and then go from there. We'll worry about the subscribe thing a little bit later. But today I want to talk about food. And why I want to bring up food is because there's some major challenge that I've been dealing with over the last few years, and that's just losing the ability to feed myself. So basically, over time, we all know that with DMD, muscle strength or muscles themselves just get weaker and weaker over time. And that unfortunately does affect one's eating. So, for example, stuff like holding a hamburger with two hands and getting it up to your mouth to take a nice big bite out of it, or using a fork and knife to cut off a nice piece of that ribeye steak and digging into it. Even something as simple as a soup or a salad, just using that spoon to get over there because you end up, to get the spoon to your mouth because you end up wearing the soup as opposed to eating it. It goes for salad as well. You know, you can get that fork into a nice piece of lettuce, but when you get it up to your mouth, it usually doesn't get up there and ends up in your lap or something else. Um, but the reason why I'm bringing that up because I had quite the difficulty dealing with that. For example, if I'd go out with friends, I'd settle just to eat, just to have a drink, or make up some cheesy excuse that I just ate or something like that. Or if I go visit someone's house, oh I'd try to eat before, or just make any excuse not to depend on someone else to help me eat, or just to help me snack even, you know what I mean? Doesn't necessarily need to be a whole meal, but even just a little, chips, getting a nice tortilla or a nice Dorito up to your mouth from the table or from a bowl or a bag, right? Little things like that just become harder and harder, and I found that I was just making excuses, and in the end, suffering because I'm not eating right whenever I'd go out with some friends or whatnot, and then I'd come home and either eat more than or just not eat and go to bed hungry. So one of the reasons why I started this blog was to help inspire those that are going through the same thing. And basically what I want to say to those people is don't make excuses. If you need help to eat, ask for it. And I am totally talking to myself right now, like you wouldn't believe, because that is something that I had so much trouble, so much difficulty dealing with. But I wish somebody would have told me it's not that big of a deal. Just go out there, eat, and enjoy it, even though you need someone's help. Yes, there are utensils and specialized equipment that you could use to help out, but in the end, even using those is not the same as someone feeding themselves personally. So, what I want to say to myself a couple years ago, and to anyone going through this, is don't worry about it. Just go out there and eat and enjoy yourself. Thank you very much for watching this week's episode. Hope to see you next week. Take care.